Their crunchy candy shell and sweet, crisp interior make for a delicious treat. However, the candy used for the shell can be a bit tricky to work with when dipping. If you are making your own, you will want to know how to avoid bubbles in candy apples. What you will need to avoid bubbles in candy apples. Ingredients: 12 apples, preferably organic. 3 cups of sugar. Half cup light corn syrup. 1 cup water. Half teaspoon food coloring of choice. 1 to 2 tablespoons baking soda. Equipment: a large pot of boiling water. Paper towels. Candy thermometer. Baking tray. Wax paper. Medium saucepan. 12 lollipop or popsicle sticks. Step-by-step instructions to make candy apples without bubbles. Step 1. Boil water. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of baking soda to the water, and stir until combined. Step 2. Remove the stems and any stickers from the apples. Add apples to the water and let them sit for 1 minute, and turn them with a wooden spoon to make sure they are fully covered. This will thoroughly clean the apples and remove the wax coating. Step 3. Dry the apples, stick the lollipop stick in the apples, and set them aside on a baking tray lined with wax paper. Mix together the sugar, corn syrup, and water in a medium saucepan over medium heat. Bring the ingredients to a boil and cook the mixture until a candy thermometer reads 300 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the hard crack stage, and it will likely take several minutes to get to this point. Step 4. Remove the candy from the heat and add your food coloring. Mix to fully incorporate the food coloring in. Step 5. Take your dried apples and dip them in the candy mix. Swirl them to make sure they get fully coated, and then tap them on the side of the pan to remove any excess. Carefully place the candy-coated apple on the baking sheet with wax paper. Tips and tricks on how to avoid bubbles in candy apples. Dipping the apples in the hot water and baking soda mix works to remove the wax covering on apples. This wax coating is safe to eat and put on to extend the freshness. However, it is often what causes bubbles to form on candy coating when dipping. If you don't have baking soda on hand, you can also add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to a large pot of boiling water. Simply dip the apple in the water and white vinegar mix for 5 seconds, turning to fully coat. It is also very important to make sure you completely dry off your apples before dipping, as water is another culprit that can cause bubbling. It is best to let them air dry for a bit to ensure they are completely dry. It is recommended to use organic apples, as they won't have the wax coating other apples do. However, you should still wash off them. The best types of apples to use are Fiji, Gala, Granny Smith, and Pink Lady. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.